We are Shawn and Amy Wills, and we have 3 beautiful children, Abigail Wills, Fisher Wills, and me and Margaret Wills. And we've been happily married for 16 years.
We've been married for a total of 18 years, however.
16 of those have been very happy. So our story starts a couple years ago when we were living in Round Rock, and we ended up feeling God calling us to go down to plant a church in South Austin with Nick and a number of other families. And so we got down here, and it wasn't long after we got down here that we realized there were a lot of struggles that were going on. I lost my job. I found myself kind of in a situation with Amy where we just really weren't communicating very well. I would say it was probably one of the worst seasons of our life.
I had also at that point stepped in and started going to work while Shawn was out of work. We homeschool our kids, so that was a struggle of feeling pulled in different directions. Our oldest was having lots of allergies and got to the point where she was allergic to everything but meat and rice, and just trying to find food that she could eat and trying to find help for her medically, and just trying to figure out what we needed to do for her was just a huge burden on me.
My youngest boy was having some difficulties both with his speech and physical development. Just a lot of things were kind of culminating, and then really the icing on the cake, so to speak, was that it came out that I was hiding some addictions from my family and been doing that for a couple of years. And I just remember specifically Amy coming to me at night saying, hey, I called Nick and I've told him everything. And just the feeling was, oh my goodness, are you kidding? Nick, of all people? I don't want the pastor to know my deepest, darkest secrets. And it turned out that a couple days after that, Nick had called and come over to the house and had a conversation with me. And that conversation went a lot differently than I had anticipated. Kind of expected some maybe admonishment or some things in terms of telling me I shouldn't be doing, and it really was a conversation of grace. Through the series of those conversations, I was able to really start understanding that my faith and who I was totally dependent on Christ, and it wasn't about what I did, but really about what Jesus did for me.
God gave me a scripture that it's Psalm 20:17. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. And I just really claimed that at the time for our family, that our trust was in God above all else. I would just like to encourage anyone that's going through a hard time to use that as an opportunity to lean into God. I know sometimes we want to turn from Him when we can't feel Him near us, but that's a time that I've learned through my relationship with Jesus is a time to lean into Him and trust that He is good. I
just want to encourage that if there are folks out there that feel like they're hiding something, that they feel if anybody finds out about this, and they're not going to view me the same way, or they're going to look down upon me. I just want to let you know that the heart of this church are people that want to pray, reach out to you, help you, and get you through struggles. We do that by leaning on God and Jesus, but God also puts people in our paths to help along that process.
God was powerful, and He cared about our family in such a personal and deep way, and that I knew that even though it was tough, that there was hope and that God was at work, and we could see it, and I could see Him piecing it together little by little.
The encouragement that I would give is that if God can again play out this redemption story that He's done in Amy and I's life over the past couple of years, there's hope for anybody.